Hello, how we doing today? My name is Spectrum Dominus, and today we are cleaning cards for grading purposes, sending off our 6th shipment to PSA. This is part 2. We've already cleaned 12 of the cards. We're cleaning another 10 or 11 or 12 today, I'm not sure, in this video. And we got 2 more videos where the other half will be done. This is just a clean them, stick them in these, whatever they're called, sleeves. Penny savers? No, that's not penny savers. What are they called? I keep forgetting. I gotta figure out. I gotta remember what they're called. But those type of sleeves, and we'll get them shipped off. So here we go. Let's pull each card and see why we're grading them. Wow, let's talk about why we're grading them while we are while we're cleaning them. All right. So if you watched the first video, you know we got a couple of these. We definitely have, I said five or six, maybe up to as many as 10 first round picks with the Bowman Chrome University first Bowman cards. So we did Jackson Dart and Matthew Golden already, which is the number 3 wide receiver, number 3 quarterback, and the number 2/3 wide receiver. This is the number 2/3 running back. Ashton Genty is considered the number 1 running back, and I've heard this guy's name as the number 2 guy. And like everything else, it's all just a matter of get it graded. I really was hoping to get this done, and it might have been done if I had not had so much other stuff going on, but I was hoping to have it back. I was going to take the gamble of doing it, and next year I may try to do this, but I was going to send off anyone that I thought might be a first round pick, and then I was going to have them up on eBay the night of the draft, or maybe even ending the day after the draft or 2 days after the draft or something like that, so that I would be one of the first ones up there with the cards graded of the guy as they're being picked. You could go bid on them and then not have to wait a week. You could be like, oh, I'll bid on that guy and the card will be done in a day. So that was something I might look into in the future for the NFL. But even so, sending them off now and having them for when they win the starting job. If this guy goes to, let's say this guy goes somewhere, Dallas. He's not gonna, but let's say he goes to Dallas, and they end up still starting whoever it was they signed, Javon Williams, the former Denver Bronco that they signed in the offseason. They start him, and this guy's the backup. And week 4, Williams goes down with an injury, and this guy's boom, instantly. That's when we list them. So we got to get these guys graded so that they can take their place in and be ready for when they go. The rookies will almost always have at least some point where their cards will spike during the season, and you got to take advantage of that. And maybe I sell it too early. Maybe I sell it when it goes up there, and then he has 4 phenomenal games, and the stuff just keeps going through the roof, and that's a mistake I made. But as long as I'm getting the prices back, as long as I'm making money doing it, that's what we're looking for. So, all right, next we're doing Jalen Hurts. I've got a couple Jalen Hurts rookies in here. I figure after the season, it would have been nice. This is exactly what I'm talking about when I say get the cards graded so that you'll have them ready when it's time. Jalen Hurts winning the Super Bowl last year would have been the time to have these cards graded. But I'm hoping that his hype gets him more spikes this year. I'm hoping that his prices have come down some since his Super Bowl win, and honestly, from what I hear, they didn't really go up all that much with the Super Bowl win. But I found some. I have quite a few Jalen Hurts rookies. Most of them, however, In fact, I'd say probably all of them or some version of Chronicles. So these are the cheapy rookies, and I know that. I have this. I have a couple of what's it called, acetane cards like this Jonathan Taylor see-through that are in here for Jalen Hurts. But I also have a Prestige right here is a Jalen Hurts rated rookie. I think there's another one. Oh, here's the 2 Jalen Hurts. So I didn't even put those in. I have 3 Jalen Hurts on the board here. So there's this Black Prism and the Dynagon were the 2 that you were chasing if you were doing Chronicles. Those were the better of the cards because this is a Prism, even though it's a Chronicles Prism. So I did the Dynagon before and it came back in 8, and now I'm doing the Black Prism. We're going to see how this turns out. Hopefully better than that 8. But I just want to get them graded. I want them to be ready when it's time to trade or sell. That's the other thing is I'd love to get good grades on some of these just to have them. I'd love to get into the trading aspect, and I know that I can't really, I'm not really big. That's the whole point of the channel, guys, is we're small-time players. We're very small-time players. But as small-time players, you can trade up. We are the epitome of the red thumbtack. That's what we do. So we're going to see if we can make that happen with some of these cards. All right. Next card up is another one of the Bowman Chrome. Might be the best one, because it is going to be probably the number 1 overall pick. Now, people keep going back and forth. Will Tennessee draft a quarterback, or will they just keep going with Levis? Will Tennessee trade out of the spot? The mock draft that I just listened to, and again, it's a month old. They traded down to 3 with the Giants. Giants came up and took Cam Ward, but that was done before free agency. That was done before Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston signed with the Giants. So I don't think they're going to do that now. Would they take Cam if Cam fell to 3? That's a possibility, but I don't see them giving up other capital when they have so many needs just to go up and get Cam Ward. But he'll end up somewhere needy. We'll take Cam Ward, and he will be, well, I say he will be the first quarterback off the board. Anything can happen. We've seen it before. There's no reason to believe that that someone couldn't get a wild hair up their butt and decide that Sanders is, with the lineage of Sanders and his dad and one of the all-time greats, dads, that maybe I'd rather go that route. But either way, having this guy who's probably the number 1 quarterback off the board, graded and ready to go, is it's the proper thing to do. So there we go. We're doing it. All right. Next card comes from that Topps Chrome we opened. Now, we did a Bo Nix in the first video. We did a Bo Nix Mosaic. Excuse me. Mosaic, what's it called? First appearance. Hold on one second. It's right here. NFL debut. We said we'd rather have the base card. Well, here we are. We have the base card of the Topps Chrome. That is a nice looking card. I really enjoy the look of this year's cards. Baseball 2 from the 2024 set. The Bo Nix rookie is a nice looking card. Now, the biggest problem with the Topps Chrome is Topps doesn't quite have the, they flat out do not have the licensing yet for Topps. So this is an unlicensed card. I bought it knowing it, but it does look so much better than anything. Better than the Mosaic, better than that. Like literally the only thing that competes with it is the Prism. Probably I haven't seen the Bo Nix Prism, but honestly, I wish it was licensed because I'd take this Topps over the look of the tops over any other NFL card look for the rookies. That card, if I wanted a Bo Nix card, that's the one I want. That looks so cool. So let's get that graded, see if he has a good season 2. Of the quarterbacks from last year's rookie class, I think Drake May has a good chance to do slightly better with Diggs coming in. I think that Jaden Daniels, even with Debo coming in, is going to take a step backwards. Caleb Williams, I don't know. It's hard for me to tell if Caleb's going to take a step forward or not. But I think Bo, because of the coaching aspect, Bo is not going to be the best of those quarterbacks. But he is probably in the best situation for him. He's a Sean Payton guy in a Sean Payton system. So I expect him to have at least a decent season to where those cards will go up and they should be able to get rid of. All right, guys, here we go. This is one of the good ones. This is a Travis Kelce SP rookie. Cincinnati Bearcats, Travis Kelce. With him very possibly being in his final season. I mean, I personally, I'm in the situation where I don't know if I'd rather keep that card, love to have a Travis Kelce in my collection, or wait till his retirement and then unload it. Be like, oh, because the smart play is to say, hold on to it, wait for him to announce his retirement, and list it as soon as he announces his retirement. And, I mean, honestly, the perfect thing would be to list it 6 days before he announces his retirement, but who knows how that works. Get a time machine. But you list it as soon as he announces his retirement. Let everyone start shooting for Travis Kelce rookies, because that's what happened. Take that money, put it to the side. 6 months later, once all the prices drop back down, buy another one, and you have the leftover money, whatever, because that's how it works. All right, we did this card in the first one. We're doing it again. It's not the same card. It is we pulled 2, and I'm sending 2 at the same time. We've talked about this many times, guys. I want to get this Mattingly. I'd love to get one of the 2 as a 10. I am doing an all Mattingly board, so we will be sending every Mattingly in. In the near future, we'll be doing 88 tops and 89 tops and all sorts of even less rare stuff. And the main reason we'll be doing it is just to get the Mattingly from it, so we can send it in. But Mattinglys they sell well. Me and Shane, we talk a lot, and his guys, some of the guys he collects, he's like, I collect these guys. They're not big deal guys, and Mattingly's not even a Hall of Famer, and it is insane how beloved and how much his card price is, and it's hard. I picked the wrong guy, and unfortunately, I picked him when I was 10 years old or whatever. It's not like I picked him last week, but so I feel like if I send 2 of them and one comes back to 9 and one comes back to 10, and I stick my 10 on the wall, I could probably sell that 9 and do pretty well on it anyway, because Mattingly does so well. But all right, so this one was one where I debated back and forth whether I should send it. Is a Josh Allen. Obviously, we know Josh Allen is kind of a beloved player. People love the Josh Allen. We're talking about Mr. MVP here, and it is a die cut. Now, I've only sent one card. It wasn't die cut. I've never sent a die cut card, but I have sent a Aces card. Nolan Ryan that had rounded corners, And I really thought that having the rounded corners would mean that they wouldn't. Oh man, tell me that's not a spot on the card. Damn it. Surface stuff sucks. Alright, well, probably not getting a 10 on this, and probably wouldn't be sending it in had I noticed that. But like I said in the first video, I've already done the list and paid for it, and I got to get this shipped. So, oh well. This is coming back a 9 at best. Now, if it comes back a 9, and we have a select die cut premier level Josh Allen, still kind of a cool card. Also, it's 2022, so it's not old, but it's not like I'm doing 2025 cards. So, and what I mean by that is, I'm sure people, the older a card gets, it's you know, the more it's worth, the rarer it is to find usually. The market gets flooded with stuff when it's brand new, so we try to keep away from that, except for the whole draft pick aspect, because that's going to be kind of important. All right, so this one here is probably the best card we pulled as far as it being a variation. It's Xavier Worthy from KC, rookie card, pink. We did not get a lot from this Topps Chrome stuff, but we got that. It was a pink. I got one other pink, I think. It was a Ricky Pearsall rookie. But this is the throwback to the 19 whatever year. It says on the back. Hold on. It's the throwback to the 74 top set. And I just feel like Worthy more than Pearsall, because Pearsall I'll end up keeping because he was a Gator. And yeah, with Pearsall, what's his face is gone, Debo's gone, and Ayuk, he may end up gone, and even if he's not, I think he starts the season injured, so might have been smart to send the Ricky. But I think that Worthy, with Hopkins gone, Rice comes back and Worthy's a number 2, Travis Kelce getting older, I don't think he's going to be great. I don't. But I think that Kansas City Chiefs fans do think he will be great. And I think that he'll have splashes enough to drive the prices up that I'll want to unload that at some point. So that's why I didn't want that one to wait too long to where it was useless once we realized that he's just Sky Moore. Not that he's the same player as Sky Moore, just Sky Moore cards right now you could give away because they're pointless. And I wanted to get rid of the Worthy while he's still, before he became worthless. Alright guys, so this is a continuing set we're sending. We've sent the Ken Griffey Jr. I've gotten back and it's got to be up there. That's not one of my top. That's not. Okay. No, I guess not. Didn't make my top 35. Although looking at the last couple, I feel like it might need to get. But anyway, the the Ken Griffey Jr. came back in 8. We sent the Barry Bonds in the last shipment, so that one should be coming back soon. This is my third card I'm sending. It's the Tony Gwynn. We do not have the full set. We are working on, we're going to grade every one that I have, knowing that some will come back as 7s or even 6s. We understand that. We're putting the set together completely, and then after that, we're going to spend time trying to improve the grades on the set. This is a long-term game that I'm playing. I will be buying 1993 Topps to open myself. I won't be buying, the only thing I won't be buying is I probably won't be buying any graded versions. If I'm at a convention and I see one on a table, that's not graded and it's just there, I may buy it, and it won't be on a table. It'd be in someone's dollar box or something. But if I see one, I will buy it and I will send it off to get graded. And if it does better than what I've got, then I will replace. But the end game is when I turn 90 years old and I'm on my deathbed, the final shipment comes in and it's like, there, the Tony Gwynn. I got a 10. The set is complete. I have all 36 cards, plus the 3 cover cards, all in 10. My life is complete. I can die now. But yeah, this is the set I've decided. When I was growing up, I'm not going to say this is the first subset of any, but it's the first one that really caught me. There were others in other sets, and they had, there were things like gold cards where there was just a card with their name stamped gold from the regular set in '93. But I didn't really collect, or I did collect, but not like did I feel like I really hit a card. Like if you were opening a Don Ross box nowadays and you hit a downtown or something like that, that's a big hit. Back in the day, that's how I felt when I hit one of these. Now, they were much more prevalent than downtowns back then, but this was the card for me back in the day. And they had cards where you could get the card and send the card in, and they'd send you a third of the set. The sets were split into 3 different chunks of 12 or something like that. So there was an A card, a B card, and a C card. I have 2 of those cards that I never sent in because I wanted to build a set myself, or I don't even remember. But this was a big set for my childhood, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to complete this set over the course of my collecting lifetime. That's part of the plan. All right, guys, only a couple cards left. This one here is from when we opened the WWE Women's Division set a while back, a long time ago. We pulled a couple other cards that are up here as well. Right here, that's a Trish Stratus patch where I don't know if the jerseys are real or like it's from a shirt. I don't think it is. I think it's just fake patches. But there's a Trish Stratus patched one. There's a Charlotte Flair patched one there. I also have a Naomi patched one, which didn't make the board. Although now might be a good time with her getting a WrestleMania first singles WrestleMania match. But this was the only one that I felt was worth sending right now. It's a Rhea Ripley autograph card. It doesn't look it in person, but on screen you can see that the bottom of that card is kind of eaten up. I did not realize how bad that looked because you can't see it in person. It does not look like that in person. But Rhea, and this is Rhea at my least favorite right here on this card. I was a huge Rhea fan. She won me over in NXT UK. I thought I didn't know how I felt about it when I saw her in the Mae Young tournament. Then she won me over in UK, and in NXT she was great. And then when they brought her up for a while, there was something that just wasn't, and she lost me for a while. And she's still not. I'm still not back. I do like Rhea. I like her better than I did at this point, but so many others have passed her for me. She was my top at one point. Aside from Alexa, she transcends. No one will ever touch Alexa, but she was my top. But right now, I like Io better. I hope Io holds on to the title at WrestleMania, which is a week away. At this time, in 1 week, I will be in a hotel room with WrestleMania pre-show on the TV. I'm excited. All right, guys. Here's another Bowman U. This one is Mikael Williams. He's a defensive lineman from Georgia. In the draft, this is one of the ones that most likely goes, but is probably, when it's all said and done, was probably a mistake. Probably shouldn't be sent. But I will say that as a Georgia defensive player, and you think of all the Georgia defensive players recently, especially on Philly, who just won a Super Bowl. You just think of him and you think he could be something special based on that lineage. But I don't know. It's really this is one of the ones that it may really depend on where he gets drafted, and if he doesn't get a first round draft pick, this may be a wasted send in. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm still in the early stages of learning. I've heard his name in every mock draft I've listened to, so it seems like he should be a first round pick, and that was my whole thing. Unless there are offensive linemen, because offensive linemen go in the first round rather well, but offensive linemen cards, like even myself, I just sent in the previous. No, it's in this one. It's over there, I think. Yeah, it's over there. I have a Graham Barton from last year. He's a rookie offensive lineman for the Bucks, first round pick. He was a center. Still is, but it took me a year to actually get one of his cards, but I didn't even try to go get one of his cards, unlike I have Rashad White, and I have their cards because they're skill players. When they're offensive linemen, it's like, well, let's see if they pan out, and if they don't pan out, then I never get the offensive lineman, and I feel like other people are like that as well. So, those are the only ones I'm not doing. The first round offensive lineman I didn't worry about, but he's a first rounder most likely, and a defensive lineman. So, all right, then my last one from the 87 cent Greg Maddux rookie. Greg Maddux is one of my all-time favorites. In fact, if I was gun to the head, Maddux or Nolan Ryan, I would have a lot of trouble not saying Maddux. Maddux might be my favorite pitcher of all time. Nolan Ryan, he peaked. No, that's not true. It's so hard to say, but I should say all of the records he broke. Every time he broke a record, that was all towards the end of his career, because that you have to be in there to get 6 no-hitters and stuff. You have to be around to do that. So that was when I was in baseball and in sports cards the most, was when Nolan Ryan was doing that. So it's just like with me and Cal Ripken and him breaking the games. I have a lot of love for those players for those reasons. But when I really break it down and think about it from a pitcher standpoint, what I liked about a pitcher, I really do believe Greg Maddux may be my favorite pitcher. I know that Maddux and Nolan Ryan are the only two on the list for me that people would be like, oh yeah, that's understandable, because my others are, like Justin Verlander and Mike Mussina and stuff like that. They're like, okay, yeah, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with liking them, but you can't honestly believe you like Mike Mussina better than Nolan Ryan or Greg Maddux. So, and that's the whole thing. So, yeah, those are the cards we're doing in this one. We got, again, Omarion Hampton, the Jalen Hurts Black Prism, Cam Ward, Bo Nix Topps Chrome Rookie, Travis Kelce SP Authentic, Don Mattingly 87 Donruss, the Josh Allen Die Cut Premier Level Select 22, the Topps Chrome 74 Throwback Pink Xavier Worthy, Topps Black Gold 93 Tony Gwynn, Rhea Ripley Women's Division Auto, Mikhail Williams First Bowman. Oh, it's not even a First Bowman. Oh. Yeah, I thought I only pulled the First Bowman. I'm just now realizing that it's not a First Bowman. This definitely was a mistake now. But we'll see what happens. I'll try to get... Hopefully it comes back up. Actually, if they're going to give me X number of 10s and X number of 7s, then this one can be like the 5 or whatever. I don't care. And then the Greg Maddux Rated Rookie. You guys all know I love the Rated Rookie logo too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So guys, that is 24 of the 46 that are done. We have 2 more videos to go, each with 11 cards in it. I hope you guys watch the whole series. It's a lot of fun cards. And as soon as these are clean, I'll package them up. I have to wait till Monday. Today's Saturday. I have to wait till Monday because I need my friend's help with the printer because my printer's not working right now. We'll have to use her printer. So on Monday, I will print up the stuff I need and it'll get sent out and it'll go out with Tuesday morning mail. And that means, you know, what are we? We're mid-April, April 15th, literally mid-April. So June, July. We should have it back August, right at the beginning of football season. That'll be awesome. All right. I'll see you guys then.